guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here today to bring a review for My Academia Manga Chapter 284. Not a lot going on within this chapter. It's more so flashback and reasons behind why certain people are acting at the moment. But all in all, still a good chapter. So we start off with Deku, and he's basically saying that how right now everything's on him. It's got to be him that deals with the situation. And as the chapter goes on, when you deep it, he's really putting all this pressure on himself because he feels that, I mean, it is his destiny being the carrier of one for all. It is his destiny to fight all for one again, but he's really starting to really carry that burden. At least that's what I'm seeing within this chapter. So you start off with him saying, no, like, only I can keep Shiggy off the ground right now. It's got to be me to fight him. And then we go into flashback and we find out about his training. And quite a few interesting things happen within this bit of the chapter. One of them is his hairstyle. Now, I mean that. But, Afro Deku was a bit humorous. No, but seriously, in all seriousness, though, so we find out that Deku enlisted the help of some of his friends to help him train. Fair enough. He had Sarah, the tape guy, to help him with the Black Whip stuff. Was mentioned, when you called in a Razorhead, he's good with these kind of attacks, but Razorhead was busy. We see what he was doing. We have Gravity helping him with the fly stuff, and I don't know why Floppy was there. I've read this chapter a few times now and I don't understand why Floppy was there. So if you have ideas why Floppy was there, please let me know. It is possible. Oh wait, oh, I get it. I get it. She attacks with her tongue. Tongue's a whip. I get it. So that's why Floppy was there. For anybody else who did not know why Floppy was there, I was pretty sure that's why she was there. So we learn about Deku's training, why he's called in his friends, how he's been training thus far, and I found it quite interesting that even though in present day he seems to have some control of his I really want to know just how long ago this was, because in present day we see him using his black whip just fine, but in the flashback it was mentioned that how Baku he was no he was unable to tag Baku with with Black Whip, but I think it might be another reason for that with his Black Whip. So we have Uravity trying to teach Deku about flight control, and he's in the flashback. He's doing it with his super strength, his one for all super strength, and so we find out through All Might that this is training so that when the actual float quirk does manifest, it doesn't overwhelm him, and then you have better control over it now because he's started to learn it from now, basically. And this is where Deku, not Deku, Bakugo, and All Might go into a very conversation. And now, the first thing is the fourth. The fourth. It was mentioned through Bakugo that the information gathered in his little notebook of the quirks and that, the fourth was the one who had the least info inputted. So obviously something is going on there with the fourth. Uh, it probably is important because we ain't told it straight away, and obviously, well, not obviously, but it's undoubtedly something we're not going to find out soon. It'll probably be the last quirk to manifest, if not one of the last quirks to manifest, based on just the whole reveal of the information being scarce within this chapter. But in all, there's something hidden that we need to know about. Bakugo now, he's taken a turn for the more interesting, I think. So obviously what we get with Bakugo within this chapter, that is character development for him, because we know that he started off as the bully and now he's more on rival terms with Deku, almost trying to be his protector, I want to say, in to some degree. But I think Bakugo still sees him as a rival, still wants to be better than him, and I think it shows within the whole training thing where Baku wouldn't let Deku tag him. I think Baku is also really pushing himself to stay on level with Deku, not only so he can be better, but also protect him if need be. Because, like I said previously, before Bakugo was the bully, but now he's becoming the friend. If he's not the friend, well, yeah, if he's not the friend already, but he's gone from one spectrum to the other. And I know I've previously said that eventually Deku will leave Baku in his dust in terms of skill, strength, and obviously abilities, because Deku's going to have many. But I'm now starting to pray and hope that Baku, whatever way he has to do it, just keeps up with Deku. So after the flashback, we go back to present day, where we find out that Deku has been hitting Shiggy with 100% attacks, and now I don't know how I feel about this, cause yes, he's firing off 100% attacks, fair enough, but he is still hurting himself. So that's that should be the balance, but I don't know how I feel about this right now. Deku seems to be going back to his reckless ways within this chapter, and I think that's because he's putting too much pressure on this whole. I mean, fair enough, when you know you're destined for something else, that's bound to put a bit of pressure, put stress on you. But it seems like he's going back to his old ways, and now he even says within the chapter, within the end of the chapter, because he's fighting Shiggy, because he's fighting All for One, he has to do. He's willing to do everything and anything that he can to beat him right now. So he's going for more 100% attacks. And now we know how he's wrecked his body previously, using all for one, I mean, one for all willy nilly. So, it just makes me scared that if he carries on, I mean, like, what, the fight is done, like, we're just flashing back to see what happens. But if the fight carries on, just how damaged is he gonna be? Hopefully, because I think he is using his arms to attack. In the very last panel, we see him like this. That he keeps the damage to his arms. This is what I'm hoping for, if it is going to be permanently damaged, because I feel like Deku's future is within the shoot star. Yeah, that's I feel his future is within the shoot star. So if he is going to suffer permanent damage, let it be to his arms, please. Let it be to his arms. But at the end of the day, we still have Eri-chan. Eri-chan's still around, and after Eri-chan gives Miri back his quirk, let's have his quirk back, then we can talk about healing Deku. Because at the end of the day, I am for the team that Miryu should be the true successor of All Might. I'm going to give this chapter a 4-star rating, and that's basically because of the growth of Bakugo. Really and truly, I do believe it deserves a 4-star rating for that. Like always, guys, must give your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.